Hello, today we are going to speak about the painting Guernica by Pablo Picasso. It was painted in 1937 with a technique called oil on canvas. The style it uses is cubism, which is very typical of this author, we will explain later. And it is nowadays found in the National Museum Reina Sofia in Madrid, Spain.
Okay, so Pablo Picasso was born in Malaga, Spain, the 25th of October of 1881, and he died in Mugins, the 8th of April of 1973.
He is famous for his paintings and sculptures, but he was also a ceramist, stage designer, and different kinds of art.
He was a very influential artist in Europe and worldwide the 20th century. He's a very important representative of Cubism and he spent all his adult life in France.
His work of art is very wide, with about 50,000 works of art. He's got including 1,885 paintings, 1,228 sculptures, 12,000 drawings, many thousands of prints, and numerous tapestries and rugs. So, let's see the painting. What can we tell about the historical data of this painting? We can say it was painted in June 1937, when Picasso was in Paris. It was a request of the government of the Second Republic here in Spain. It was a response to a bombing that had happened in Guernica, a town in the Basque Country in Spain. It had been a bombing made by German Nazis and Italian fascists by request of the Spanish nationalists. When it was finished, it was first exhibited in the Spanish part in a national fair which was in Paris, but then the picture was taken worldwide to raise funds to help Spain, to help the people in Spain and to reconstruct all the damages that had happened in the war. And nowadays it is exposed in Museum Reina Sofia in Madrid, Spain. Historical context of the painting about the bombing of Guernica. We know it happened at around 4:30 in the afternoon, the 26th of April 1937. It happened in a town called Guernica, which is located in the Basque Country here in Spain. This bombing was horrible. It was made by German Nazis and Italian fascists by request of the Spanish nationalists. It was such a horrible action, a horrible disaster, because it was a market day and all the people, almost everyone in the town, was in the center of the town in the main square. When the bombing took place, everyone was there, so they didn't have a way of escape from there, so all of them died, or most of them died. It was a terrible event. We can deduce it was an action to demoralize the people, because there was not a military target nearby. There was not a place they would attack normally. So by this, as Guernica was a very quiet town, it was normal. We can deduce it was just to demoralize the people, to show the power, to show what they could do if you rebelled against them, if you did something they didn't want to. So this is what we know about the context of the bombing of Guernica. We are now going to analyze the features, the artistic part of the painting. First of all, we can observe it is made out of grayish tones of color. We can see the range is from white to black, going by a lot of kinds of grey. This is a very typical thing of the style Cubism, which was very important for Picasso, as he was one of the main representatives of this style. We can also watch all over the painting, we can see scenes of suffering, of pain all over it. And another feature we can observe, you may have noticed, is that it has a pyramidal shape. We can see it has a light bulb at the top, and then we can see the shape, the lines, they point downwards in the form of a pyramid. This is very important because it's the main part of the painting, as it draws your attention towards one part or the others. We are now going to analyze the symbolism we can see all around this picture. because there is a lot of symbolism here. First of all, we can mention the woman with a dead child over there. In this image, the woman is crying in pain because his child, or maybe I don't know what, if it was hers, is dead. This represents the pain, life, and everything. It is not the first time it is represented by Picasso, as it was in some other paintings. He also represented this image of a mother with a child. Another thing to see, to analyze, is the woman we can see at the corner in the left. These women are terrified or trying to escape. We can see a woman going out of the window with a lamp. This is not the first time it is represented. Other authors made it not in the same epoch, but it was made also by other painters. Another thing we have to show is the chicken we can observe over there. It represents the market day, how the animals, not only the animals but also the people, ran terrified because a bombing had started, so the animals also suffered from this bombing and this horrible experience. Another thing to show is the dead soldier. We can see on the bottom part of the painting. This dead soldier represents the people, the suffering of the people, their pain, but also it represents the broken dreams of the people. The dreams of a better Spain, of a better country, were broken because their lives were taken. So it represents that pain they had to suffer. We can also see the horse. The horse represents the Spanish people being attacked, but there are other people who say it represents the fascists, the people who had come to attack. And finally, the last thing to mention is the bull. The bull represents, there are also two different interpretations. First of all, a friend of Picasso used to say that it represented the Spanish people's, their suffering, probably because of the tradition of the bulls here in Spain. But there are also some other people who say it represents also the fascists, the people who were there to attack, the violence, which is very present in this scene, the pain. So this is everything we can say about the symbolism. Here we finish our presentation. Thank you for your attention. We hope you liked it. If it is not a complete analysis of this picture, of course, there are much more symbolism, much more details we could talk about, but it would be really long. If you want to learn more things about it, you can go to the internet where there are lots of sources, lots of videos which explain some more things. But you can also go to see it in person in the museum Reina Sofia. We invite you to go there and see it, which is amazing. Thank you. We hope you learned the suffering, the pain represented in the picture. We hope you learned how the symbolism, how Cubism worked. And thanks for your attention and hope to see you soon.